And our reason for doing this, we got to get connected. And these are the issues that we deal with and more. And so our purpose is to bring all of us together, and especially the young people and those who got any kind of differences. And it's important. All of those who you saw stand up, we came together about 2 years ago, and we started talking, and come to find out they were white, we were black, and they got the same problems, the same issues, and the same fears about everything. We are not that different, but we can't allow other people to make us separate. Everybody understand what I'm saying? All right, so we got some cards and some pencils. We need for you to sign up, give us your information so we can have your name. We'll call you when the next event happens. But November the 6th at 11 o'clock in the gym, and we'll be in contact with you. Anybody got any questions? Because we really want you to join what we're doing. That's our main point.
That's a Tuesday?
No. November the 6th is a Saturday.
No, it's a Tuesday.
No, it's the 9th. Yeah, November the 9th. I'm sorry.
Saturday after. So if you give us your information.
10th? All right. November the 10th. I had the wrong date. We need everybody to fill that little card out. And so we'll call you and let you know what's going on. All right. Y'all got the cards down there?
The music's off now. You can talk freely past
Many of them have had interactions with police.
Okay. All right, let me ask you a question.
Nobody heard what you said.
Arthur, they couldn't hear anything you were saying.
So the music's off, so you good.
Okay, good. Like I said, we're going to have a discussion over the things that we have seen today. And it's going to be on November the 10th. I had it wrong.
Oh, 10th.
November the 10th is a Saturday at 11 o'clock. Sorry about that. The last statement in the film was, what are we going to do about this? And so I want you and I and everybody here and those who didn't come to be a part of how we're going to change this in our community. We shouldn't be like. Has anyone ever had any interaction with the police department? Any of you? Interaction with the police department? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay.
And my son was in the car too.
Right. But nowadays you got to be wise.
Yeah.
And you got to use those kind of rules and make sure you are as purely innocent as you possibly can. You know, you can't talk back. You got to be on guard for whatever you say and do. I know we have rights, but you don't use your rights at that particular moment. You do that when you get out of that situation. Because you heard what he said about the police officer. Because police officers only have a few minutes to make a decision. They may have 2 to 3 minutes to make a decision about whether you're going to shoot them or not. And so they're going to save themselves. And you would do that. Even the black, her uncle, he was saying what he would do. And so it goes across the board. Color has nothing to do with that situation. But sometimes when you are mouthy, you might make the man afraid. And so you got to be careful. So somebody tell me something you liked about the movie that you learned. Anybody learn anything? Yes.
I learned that there are two sides, you know, two sides to it, and I know I've had a negative interaction with Titusville police specifically, and I guess I had to take into consideration that he's a person and maybe he had a bad day, and maybe that's why he was the way he was to me in that situation, you know. But they're human beings, you know, just like any of us make mistakes. I think we judge them a little more sometimes, holding a higher standard because we're entrusting them with this position in our society to make these decisions based on what they see us do, you know, to hold us to the laws that we all want to live by. We don't want anybody stealing from us, and, you know, and at the same time we can't be stealing from anybody else. We don't know what kind of decisions or, you know, what's going through their mind to make them feel the way they feel about us at that moment.
Amen. What about the concept of being a snitch? How many of you saw something, would you tell it?
Yep.
I see some heads going like this. Yes.
One thing that was, I think, awesomely depicted in the movie was the fact about, and the Bible says there's a time and there's a season and there's a place for everything. You got to be careful and you got to know, because when you're right, you got to wait for the right time. And you got to know at that particular time it's never the right time. You may be right, but if you're right at the wrong time,
You'll be dead right.
right, and you'll never be heard. So you got to understand, in the heat of the moment, at that particular moment, that's not the right time. Be right twice. Be right in what you feel or what you say, but at the same time, make sure it's the right time.
Good comment.
Mm-hmm.
I have something too.
Yes.
They touched on forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I had a neighbor one time and he did me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
For many, many years, I would not speak to that man because I knew that I was right.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't healthy. It just wasn't healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And they touched on that. I'm telling you, it is so hard
Mm-hmm.
when you know you were right.
Right.
I mean, he did me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I am slowly coming around, but it's taken time.
Yeah. How did her mother say? She says, forget it and keep on going. And sometimes you got to do that.
Okay, I got something to
Yes.
say.
Go ahead.
The only way we're going to solve this is when we get to know each other.
Right.
So that's how we're going to do it.
Right. Yeah.
And I found out this is a fine man. And y'all
Don't tell nobody.
fine people.
Amen.
And the only way we're going to solve this is to get together
All right.
and work together.
Next, was that 2 weeks from now? 2 weekends from now?
Is that right?
On the 10th of November, 11 o'clock in the gym. We're going to have a lunch and a discussion. Everybody going to be there?
He's buying.
When y'all are talking to your friends about the movie, and please share with them so that they could come and see it too. Another time it's going to be shown all this week. But when you're talking to them, talk to them about there's a group of us, blacks and whites, who want to get to know each other. And if anything ever happens in our neighborhood, we want to already have our friendships established, okay? Our unity established. We're going to back each other. So we're trying to get that done. We're trying to develop some groups in the community that will get together and get to know each other, become friends, become family. This is what it's all about. Okay?
Amen.
And for us, it breaks my heart to see things like this. It really does. We want respect for every one of the people that God created. He created all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And He has a reason for creating us different colors. He has a reason for creating the flowers different colors.
Right.
You know, He's a creative God. But when man decides that they're going to put obstacles up between the races, it is so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to overcome that in our community, and hopefully it'll spread out to our county, our state, our nation. But it has to start with us first. We can't wait for somebody else to do this. So talk to your friends. Get them to come and see the movie. Get them to come to the gym.
Right.
And kind of let us know, because you have Arthur's information.
Right.
Do they have your information?
Yeah, they know where I am.
Okay, you know where he is.
Everybody here knows me.
Get them to let them know let him know that they're coming, so we'll have enough food.
So friends also don't understand each other, so maybe you need to talk among yourselves and talk about this, all right?
Hey, I'm Keith Ward with The Fighting Edge, and today I'm with Pastor, what is your name, sir?
Arthur Blatch,
Arthur Blatch.
Yes, sir.
And the name of your church is?
Christian Life Center of Titusville.
Okay. And what was going on here today at the movie theater? What was the group of kids that you had out here, and what was the purpose of it?
It was a group of local kids and adults that we wanted to get together, and the we have a group called Christian Unity Prayer. Okay, and we wanted to come together and bring in some kids to see this movie, and so we can have a dialogue.
And what movie did we see? What were we talking about?
It is The Hate You Give.
The Hate You Give.
Right. It was a very
very powerful movie.
Powerful.
About race relationships.
And family relationships.
Family, the police.
And gangs, the police, the whole 9 yards. Racial issues that we rarely talk about.
Yeah,
And things,
for sure.
you know, so yeah, it was good, and it ended in a manner so that we can continue a dialogue. And the issue is we want to continue to operate and to solve some of the problems without, probably we need to do it without the politicians realistically.
Yeah.
Because it won't take that. But the
Right.
key thing is learning how to forgive each other and go on from there. That's one of the points in the movie. You just got some things you just can't fight.
Right.
And you have
right.
to have a right way of thinking and have a tolerance and go beyond that and do what's right. This young lady had to make a decision whether she was going to snitch or not.
Right.
And it came down to what was important because she had 2 other people that died in her life.
And I know being, you know, things are different in the white community. I grew up, you know, I'm white, obviously. I can't think of anyone who wouldn't, you know, cooperate with the police in their community. But
Right.
many of my friends of color have told me that that's an issue, you know, cooperating with the police and not being a
Yeah.
snitch and, you know, all those kinds of things that we saw in this movie. And
Right.
I think the director of this movie meant for groups like this to meet and watch this movie and
Right.
discuss this movie, not
Right.
to just see it and down a bunch of popcorn and soda, but
Right.
but to really, you know, talk about what we saw on
Right.
screen.
Because it's more than one side to a story.
Right.
It's like the policeman. What's he thinking in the middle of a stop? Am I going to get shot? Everybody's worried about getting shot. I think we need to get rid of the guns, personally.
Absolutely. I think if we could wind the clock back and we could just get rid of them, like human beings didn't
Right.
invent them at all, like the military didn't have them, the police, nobody, like
Yeah.
we'd have a much better world, more
Right.
peaceful world.
But be that as it may, we got to deal with it.
Right.
And we
right.
thank you for your support.
All right.
So anyway, that's
yeah.
good.
Well, that's cool, man.
All right.
All right. So if people want to see more of you, how could they see more of you? Where are you located at?
I'm located at the Gibson Center. We have a school there, the Life Center Academy.
Okay.
And
and how about Sunday services? Do you have Sunday
service
services?
right in the Gibson gym.
In the Gibson gym.
Yes.
At what time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Every
And
Sunday.
And how would somebody get a hold of you? Do you guys have a website? Do you have a phone number?
Our website will be complete this week.
Complete
so,
this week. All right.
I
Is that
gotta-
the name of it? Complete this week? Is that the name of it? CompleteThisWeek.com?
Yeah, I hope so. It will be complete.
But what's the name of your website? What will be the name of your website?
It's going to be CLC,
CLC.
Christian Life Center.
Awesome. .org or .com or you haven't worked that out yet?
We got .org, I believe.
.org.
And the phone number is
Yeah, look into the camera and tell the phone number.
Phone number is 321-750-2149.
All right, awesome. Good stuff, man.
God bless
Glad
you.
to see you here in
Nice
the
to meet
community,
you.
Pastor, and it's
Yeah.
nice meeting you.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time at the Fighting Edge.
Thank you.